Alright, I'm gonna cuck you bitches. Sorry, if you are child friendly. Welcome to the channel. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a first round mock draft pre-Super Bowl. I know there's a few Patriots fans that have been requesting me to do their team next. You're next. I'm making you wait. Fuck you, Scoregasms. Alright. Now, so this is just gonna be the first round mock draft. I might do a 2-round mock draft later on. Maybe even after the Super Bowl, but for now, pre-Super Bowl mock draft, don't waste too much time on the first pick. Best quarterback prospect available is Trevor Lawrence, and that's without a doubt to me. He may have had a bad year. He may have been outplayed by Justin Fields in the championship game. I don't give a fuck. I mean, come on. This dude has had all the skills since he was a freshman. Like, as soon as his freshman year was done, he was already the #1 pick in 2021. Nothing was going to change that. So, that's been locked in for basically 3 years now. It was whoever had picked #1, it was going to get Trevor Lawrence. Justin Fields was not going to change that. Zach Wilson, as much as I like Zach Wilson, was not going to change that either. However, the Jets will be taking Zach Wilson because he is much better than Sam Darnold. And the Jets need to get a new quarterback and get rid of Sam Darnold. Because Sam Darnold is not your guy. Whether you like it or not, Jets fan, he is terrible. You can defend him all you want. Say he doesn't have talent around him. He wasn't good coming out of college. He still isn't good now. Turnover problems haven't been fixed. He still throws a ton of picks, just like he did in college. There was hope that he could figure that out at the NFL level, and he hasn't been able to figure that out yet. For the Dolphins, I am going to go Devontae Smith. I gave him Penei Sewell last time, but I think, however, that they go receiver this time and go O-lineman in the second round or even later in the first round. There's talent in the first round later, like Darisaw, Cosme. But, however, the Falcons pick at #4. Justin Fields from Georgia. Bring him back to Georgia. Be the quarterback. Now, I know a lot of Falcons fans think Matt Ryan's under contract for like 2 or 3 years. Why would you take a quarterback? Well, because the Falcons were in a lot of close games last year, and the risk you take is you don't know if you pick as high as #4 again in the next few years. If Matt Ryan plays decent next year and Keanu Neal's back and other defenders play just decent, the Falcons may win 5 to 6 games, maybe 4, like 7, anywhere around that range. I don't think they'll have a winning record. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. But they could easily win 7 games depending on their schedule. And so you don't know if you're going to pick in the top 5. And Justin Fields is a great quarterback prospect. Take him now. Don't risk having a 20th overall pick and having to settle for a guy like Dwayne Haskins or someone like that at the 20th overall pick or 16th overall pick. Get your guy now, even if it's early. Let him develop for a year. You can cut Matt Ryan later. Or you can just keep Matt Ryan until the end of his contract as like a, hey. But Justin Fields, get your quarterback now, please. I'm not going to like stress that enough. And now I know a lot of people think Rashawn Slater is the best offensive tackle on the board. I think he's the best day 1 tackle. Penei Sewell just has so much potential that I'm going to take him at #5. And I know Rashawn Slater could easily go at #5. He really could because he's versatile. Sewell isn't completely polished yet, but he has so much potential. Now here for the Eagles pick, I might be different than a lot of Eagles fans. I know there's a lot of Eagles fans that want Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle and guys like that. I know you guys are desperate for receivers. I think Doug Peterson was just a terrible fucking coach. You can say that's like my opinion, whatever. I think he didn't know how to scheme players open. The year we won the Super Bowl, our players just made contested catches 24/7. They weren't open. Like, there were sometimes they were open, but Alshon Jeffrey saved us in the Super Bowl with a contested touchdown catch. He almost caught another one that he bobbled and was for an interception. Like, Alshon Jeffrey could never get open the way we thought he could. He just was a big body receiver. I think Jalen Reagor, I think the receivers we have now, I'd say the Eagles should take a receiver in the second round. A guy like Rondale Moore, a guy like Nico Collins, a guy like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown a lot. I like Elijah Moore. I like Terrence Marshall. I like Kadarius Toney. Just any of these guys in the second round. If Bateman falls, I doubt he does. But Diame Brown, Sage Surratt, who opted out, so his stock has fallen a little bit. Any of these guys I'd have in the second round, get a lockdown corner to go opposite of Darius Slay. Because Avonte Maddox is not a boundary corner. He's not. And it was evident this year when he got cooked 24-7 by mediocre number 2 receivers. He's a nickel corner at best. Like, I hope we don't even re-sign him. And the first round corners and second round corners are such a drop off from everyone else. These top 5 are, in my opinion, far ahead of the entire competition. I'm going to take Caleb Farley. I think he's the best corner in this draft. I know Eagles fans might disagree. It's your opinion. I think with a new head coach, hopefully our coach can scheme receivers open better. That's just my opinion. I think if we have a better head coach who knows how to scheme players open, like guys like the Chiefs do. I mean, the Chiefs guys are always wide open. That's not because of their ability. Demarcus Robinson isn't a great receiver. Byron Pringle is not good. Why is Byron Pringle always open? Because Andy Reid knows how to fucking get them open. Sorry, I got very passionate about that. Lions right here, you take Trey Lance. I don't think it's a question about it. I know Niners fans probably want him. However, Trey Lance, let him develop behind Jared Goff, and you got your quarterback for the future. I know there's character concerns. However, Micah Parsons going into the Panthers. Matt Rule obviously invested in defense in last year's draft. Get him another defender that he can have a lot of fun with. I think Micah Parsons is a really good player. You can use him in a lot of different ways. Broncos, I think it's fairly obvious. We go Patrick Surtain here. They need a corner. Chris Harris and A.J. Bouye, I believe, are both free agents. If not, at least one of them is. And Bryce Callahan's a nickel corner, who was actually pretty good, but he's a nickel corner. And Michael Ojemudia started the year good, and I don't think he ended it pretty well. But that I might be wrong about that, because I know a lot of Broncos fans are complaining about him, at least from what I saw on my Twitter timeline. For the Cowboys, it would be corner here if Patrick Surtain or Caleb Farley is available. I think, however, I might still go corner, actually. You know what? Actually, no. I'm going to go Kwity Paye. Kwity Paye is a great edge rusher. Gregory Rousseau is more developmental. I do like Jalen Phillips a lot. I like him more than Rousseau at this point. I like Rousseau's potential more, but Phillips more at this current point. But Kwity Paye, I think, is the best edge in the draft, and you need someone opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence. I do think you need an interior D lineman. I don't think there's one worth taking at 10. Maybe Barmore, but I feel like that's a reach for the Cowboys. And I think just get the best edge rusher in the draft, in my opinion, and put him opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence and abuse the tackles in the NFC East. Giants tackles and Redskins or football team tackles, and sometimes even the Eagles tackles will get dominated by that defensive edge presence. All right, with this pick, I'm going to have the Giants taking Jamar Chase. I think they need a number 1 receiver. Darius Slayton's a good number 2. I don't think he's a good number 1. Jamar Chase can get open consistently. And for the Niners, not going to spend too much time here. They're going to need J.C. Horn. Sherman, I think, is a free agent. Quan Williams is a free agent. They just need corner help and corner depth. And J.C. Horn, I really like at 12. I think he's by far the 3rd best corner in this draft, and he may have an argument with Surtain right now. It might change come draft season. Surtain might fall, and Horn might be taken ahead of him. Just watch out. For the Chargers, it's going to be Rashawn Slater. I think potentially the best day 1 tackle in the draft, and that's what you need if you're the Chargers. All right, with this pick, if you're the Vikings, you got to go Elijah Vera Tucker. I think he's the best interior O-lineman in the draft, and you get your interior O-lineman. I know that's different from what I did in my Vikings draft yesterday, but he wasn't available in my Vikings draft yesterday, so my opinion has changed. Or was he available? I don't know, but I think it's the better pick. All right, I know the Patriots, Kyle Pitts might be the pick that's in a lot of people's heads right now. I will explain my thought process here. I'm going to take Kyle Pitts with the Cardinals pick, first off. Second off, Jalen Waddle's available. I didn't intend on him dropping this far. Second thought, I maybe go Trey Lance to the Panthers, Jalen Waddle to the Lions, or like Jamar Chase to the Lions, and then Jalen Waddle to the Giants. But I can't go back now, and I obviously made a mistake. I think any of the receivers could be number one in the class. They're all very good. It's kind of like CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, and Henry Ruggs last year. They're all very good in their own way. And it's like they all can develop into being great receivers. That's what wide receivers have been so good coming out of college recently. You used to take one with the number 4 pick if you thought they were good, like Julio Jones. These guys could all be Julio Jones for all we fucking know. I doubt it, but still. But for the fact that I think Hunter Henry is going to go to the Patriots, I think that's not an outlandish prediction. But yeah, it hasn't happened, so we don't know for sure. But I do think Hunter Henry might go to the Patriots, which means Jalen Waddle, get a receiver, and get Hunter Henry. You fill 2 needs. And like we said, we talked about Max Williams and Dan Arnold are not your guys at tight end. Dan Arnold reeks. I don't care what Cardinals fans say. He gets open because of the scheme, and he dropped a lot of passes. Kyle Pitts is a dominant tight end. Please help Kyler Murray out. Get him someone. Raiders pick here at pick number 17. And I'm going to go Jalen Phillips. I know Joseph Ossai and Gregory Rousseau are available. I think they need edge depth and help. Cleveland Ferrell's been good, but he hasn't been great. Max Crosby's been good, not great. I don't care what Raiders fans say. Jalen Phillips, get an edge rusher that, in my opinion, is better than Gregory Rousseau, better than Joseph Ossai, could potentially be edge 2, maybe even edge 1. I know there's a lot of Dolphins fans that want me to take Najee Harris, Travis Etienne, guys like that. They want a running back. However, I know the Dolphins pick early in the second round. I think that's where they go running back. I don't think they go pick 18. That being said, I'm going to go Sam Cosmi. Get a franchise left tackle to guard, or right tackle even, whatever side you want to put him on, to protect Tua Tagovailoa. I mean, he just needs more time in the pocket. I don't think Tua's a bust, like people are saying he is. He played about the same as Joe Burrow, had very similar stats to Joe Burrow in similar snaps. But Joe Burrow being the number 1 pick, obviously people liked his performance more. I could be wrong about those stats, by the way. I just saw someone on Twitter say that. That's probably bad source. I'll check. Alright, so from what we see, Joe Burrow had more yards, but he also played every snap of every game that he played in, where Tua was benched at times. But 11 TDs to 5 interceptions, 13-5 for Burrow, 64% completion percentage, 65% for Burrow. Burrow had over 110 more pass attempts and only 800 more yards, which, I mean, that's average to like 8 yards per attempt that he threw. He had 80 more completions, actually, so that's like 10 yards per completion. So give Tua that many more completions, he's at like the same spot, pretty much. So I think Burrow played better, obviously, but I don't think they were that far off. So I don't think Tua is a bust yet. Oops. I don't think Tua is a bust yet. I think you go Cosmi, protect him, see what he can do in year 2. And with the football team on the clock, you cut Dwayne Haskins, get Mac Jones. Maybe he works out. I mean, you need a quarterback. Alex Smith is not going to win you playoff games. You have a good enough D-line to make the playoffs. You just need a better quarterback than Alex Smith that can push the ball down the field. Maybe Mac Jones is that guy. Fine, the Bears, you have no right tackle. Bobby Massey is terrible. Take Christian Darrisaw. I don't think a quarterback here is worth it. You get Trask in round 2, maybe 3, and see if he works out. But for now, get a tackle, build up the O-line, because that was really a weak point last year. Really was. I believe Anthony Costanzo retired. Yep, Costanzo retired, which means I'm going to go Jalen Mayfield here. You just need a tackle. I don't know who their other tackles are, but I know you got Braden Smith, who I don't know if they've re-signed him yet, so you might still need tackle after him. Because you have a lot of money invested in the O-line. I don't know if you'll be able to sign Braden Smith, but you might be able to. And Titans are going to go Joseph Ossai, best edge available. And I think the Jets are going to be really happy with this pick. Rashad Bateman, get a receiver for your new for Zach Wilson, your new quarterback. Get a receiver for him. Kind of going to go through these picks. I mean, they're fairly obvious to me. Tevin Jenkins going to go to the Steelers. I like him a lot. You need a no tackle. Alejandro Villanueva is probably going to leave in free agency. Jags up again. You took Trevor Lawrence. He has decent receivers in Chark, Westbrook, Chenault. He doesn't really have a good tight end. However, I think you can go tight end in the second round. Get him an O-lineman. We're just going down the board on O-lineman. Alex Leatherwood has guard flexibility if you want to play him there too. So you can move him around need be. Browns fans, you've been taking a lot of guys who sucked in their last year of college or have fallen off or have just lost draft stock. I mean, Grant Delpit, Greedy Williams. Okay, so 2 players. You might have more. I don't know. But Mac Wilson was another one that dropped quite a bit more, and he's actually been decent. While I do think the Browns really need a linebacker, I think Gregory Rousseau at pick 26 you can't pass it up. He has the potential to be great, just isn't that technically sound yet. If I'm the Ravens, I take Azeez Ojulari. I think Judon's a free agent. If I am wrong, sorry, but I think you need an edge rusher. Azeez Ojulari has an argument for edge 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, probably not 2. I think it goes Pay, Phillips, maybe Ojulari. Something like that. If I'm the Saints, Demario Davis is getting old. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah seems like a perfect fit for that defense. Packers, we all know they love their big receivers like Valdez, Scantling, Lazard, and guys like that to be behind Davante Adams. I do think Terrence Marshall is better than Kadarius Toney, but I feel like they have too many big receivers. And I think Kadarius Toney would just be really fun to watch in the Packers offense. I think it's a coin flip. You could even consider Rondale Moore, but I like Rondale Moore a lot. He just looked really slow after injury. I'm going to take Kadarius Toney. That's really a coin flip in my opinion. I just feel like they have too many bigger receivers, and Kadarius Toney is kind of like a different change of pace guy. On the Bills, I think you're losing the corner in free agency. Eric Stokes, best corner available in my opinion. And that brings us to the Buccaneers pick. Christian Barmore has fallen a lot more than I expected to. I just really didn't find a need for him anywhere. That might be poor management on my part. I don't like any of the edge here. I do like Zaven Collins. He just really doesn't fit this scheme or this team. They don't need him. So I'm going to go Christian Barmore. And then Chiefs, I think you could go Terrence Marshall. I think you could go Zaven Collins. And to me, Zaven Collins and Terrence Marshall are both good picks for them. I think you need defense more. I really do. The offense has enough firepower. Get a linebacker that can maybe be the head of your defense for the upcoming future. I like him a lot out of Tulsa. So just to recap, we went Lawrence, Wilson, Smith, Fields, Sewell, Farley, Lance, Parsons, Surtain, Pay, Chase, Horn, Slater, Vera-Tucker, Waddle, Pitts, Phillips, Cosme, Jones, Darisaw, Mayfield, Osai, Bateman, Jenkins, Leatherwood, Rousseau, Ojulari, Owusu-Koramoah, Kadarius Toney, Eric Stokes, Christian Barmore, and Zaven Collins. Now, there's a lot of players who didn't go in the first round. I think will go at the very top of the second round of teams. So, teams like the Jags can take Pat Freiermuth to get their tight end. Teams like the Jets can take, what's his name? I forgot. I can't remember. They could take a running back potentially. They could take Etienne or Harris. Dolphins could take whatever one they don't take. Falcons can take linebacker like Nick Bolton, or they could take Terrence Marshall even. Bengals could take Terrence Marshall if they don't re-sign A.J. Green. Like, a lot of the guys I didn't have go in the first round probably are going to fall into this top 5 section. I know anyone can be a first-round pick realistic on draft day. The Seahawks have taken Jordan Brooks and Darryl Taylor, I think, was a first-round pick, or am I thinking of someone else? No, it might be L.J. Collier. But still, the Seahawks take weird guys. They don't have a pick this year, but still, anyone can go in the first round. And if you guys are questionable about any of these picks, please go to them. Specifically, the Eagles and Patriots pick. I talk about them. Why I didn't take Kyle Pitts, even though I know a lot of Patriots fans like Kyle Pitts and think he's their guy. Just go back and listen to the video if you skip to the end, please. Jamar Chase and Jalen Waddle did fall a little bit farther than I planned on. I probably would have switched Trey Lance to like the Panthers, Waddle or Chase to the Lions, and then Parsons there, like something like that. But I appreciate you guys watching. Patriots mock draft tomorrow, and then maybe a post-Super Bowl mock draft next week. We'll keep going in order of the teams. I don't know what we're going to do after that, so leave some ideas in the comments if you have any video ideas you want me to do. Peace.